as it seems to me that the good people of Ghana are getting a fair deal from manufacturers of cement who seems to me to have constituted themselves into a kind of cabal and are shortchanging the good people of Ghana.
Why do you think a country with free trade regime would need a regulation to control the pricing of cement?
I heard it being bandied about all over the world. The free trade regime, yes, of course. I mean, I guess you would also be reading the Constitution. I mean, the Constitution has got all sorts of rights in there. Human rights, it's human rights. You read it carefully, it tells you may have those rights, but they are not absolute. All the rights are constrained. In the free trade economies, free trade markets, advanced countries like United Kingdom, America, and all those things, no one, no enterprise, no company has a freedom to do whatever they want to do. I mean, I don't see why there should be freedom in Ghana for any particular sector, any company or a group of people to come together to consider themselves into the cabal. There's nothing like absolute free market. It doesn't work like that.
There's still the need for consultation. But you seem to give the impression that you didn't need to consult anybody.
So consultation, and why do you say that I haven't consulted them? You know, okay, I've consulted enough. I have consulted since about January of this year. Dr. Dawson Amwa, the chairman of the Ghana, I think, Cement Manufacturers Association, Chamber of Ghana Chamber of Manufacturing Association, Dr. Edison. I've been somebody I've known from the times long before I got anywhere near the ministry. Somebody I know very well. Just on my nomination and approval to become the minister, he was the first person who introduced this concept of regulation in the cement industry to me. Many times he came to my chambers, my law firm, to have the discussions with me. So when it became necessary to first put in place the original LI 2480, it was Dr. Dawson Amwa, who actually gave me the original draft. This is the man who is now going around telling the whole world that I don't do consultation. He actually gave me the draft. That whole thing is his handwriting. It's his handiwork.
So what's the point you're making?
The point I'm making is that people just go around and start bandying anything that they want, and it becomes a kind of news. It could not be, it's palpably false for any suggestion that I haven't consulted. When we finish with this regulation, it is with this same person that we started discussing the concept of regulating prices. And then ultimately, when I handed this matter over to the committee that is established under the LI that I've just told you about, he became a member of the committee by virtue of he's been the president of the group, the chamber that you talk about. And so I put him in charge together with the chairman of the committee to make sure that this sanitization of the prices that I've talked about becomes a reality. That is Dr. Dawson Amwa. He consistently has been at the forefront of all the attempts.
It's surprising you say that because I'm going to...
Pretty annoying me. That's the point I'm making. It's surprising because I know about this. And he sent me messages insulting me. I do know this is the document that he assigned it. He assigned this document. Now I found it completely atrocious that a person can do this. This is duplicitous. You cannot do that. This is the person who at any material time was in the forefront of all the matters that I'm talking about. How can he then turn around and send this petition? For the period that I've told you, I've asked the committee to make sure that there's a proper consultation on the question of the pricing. I have variously been told that he has refused to attend meetings or he's attended.
Because he's stating here that he was not consulted, and I was just going to read that.
I have to, because I've read it and I've responded to it, and there have been other issues attendant on that. You know, so... Don't, let me give you a very straight advice. In the world that we operate in, don't take one segment of anything.
Well, that's why I'm here, and I'm having a conversation with you.
I understand that. And they sent me a little bit more insulting stuff, you know, on the...
But you also returned his insults. You said that he is a PhD holder. You do not think that he has a problem with reading and writing.
Reading the Constitution. He said that Parliament should rebuff me. They shouldn't allow me to lay my...
But did you have to respond that way? Because...
You don't tell me how I respond to... listen, don't let temper... Yes, I had to respond the way I thought was appropriate.